going from the inside and the outside. What did you see on that end of the floor?
Yeah, I mean, we definitely struggled on offense. I thought we had some opportunities to move the ball to the perimeter at times. I think we were 3 for 11 in the first half on drives to the basket, and I think we could have made some better decisions there. I thought they were physical with us in terms of with our cutting and with our movement, and bumping us off cuts, bumping us away from screens, and we needed to, I think, do a better job of that. It was 10 at the half, and we had talked about that coming out of the half. I think we tried to do it, but we really didn't have a lot of success doing much.
I think they started 14 of 18 from the field to begin the third quarter. What's going on there as you look at it?
Yeah, I mean, Warren really got going in that stretch there, and then their whole team kind of got going. We just couldn't get some stops to really get back in the game, and that's what really dug the hole, was that when they went 14 for 18 there in the third, it was just, we weren't scoring enough to certainly maintain pace, and, we've got to rely on our defense a little bit more than that.
You mentioned kicking it out more, but struggled from three-point line as well. Was there anything that they were doing, or what do you attribute to that?
I think they did a good job. They were physical. It's okay if you don't shoot the ball well from behind the line, but I thought we would get in the lane and we're taking some really difficult, tough shots off balance. And I think we could have made some more perimeter passes and maybe found some people from behind the line. Now, if you don't make them, that's kind of part of the game. But I do think defensively, to what we just talked about, them starting the third quarter the way we did, even though we didn't play a great first half and it was probably a little bit sloppy, for us, and we still closed the second quarter fairly well. We had a shot to kind of cut it to below double digits, but still 10. And you get a couple stops and a couple baskets. Now it's a 1 or 2 possession game. So, our defense and the way we came out in the third, certainly in going 14 for 18, we couldn't stop. And Warren was the main guy that really did most of the damage, being quite honest. And we didn't have an answer for him.
A lot of Warren's buckets kind of came on little push shots at the free throw line at the nail area. How, if possible, can you defend those better?
Well, I mean, maybe, adjusting wise and bringing someone up a little bit higher, but then you obviously leave yourself vulnerable to the roll. I know people talk about like the analytical piece and the non-paint twos and all that stuff. I don't know if that stuff always applies, you know what I mean? Because you look at San Antonio, when we played against them, how many shots they made from in around the, elbow free throw line area. And these guys take more non-paint twos than anybody in the league. But they're an efficient offensive team, and they have guys that really shoot a high level from those areas on the floor. So I think that they take the most non-paint twos, but at the same point too, I think they're either first or second in the league in terms of shooting percentage. So, they really, I thought today, mixed up being really efficient from non-paint two. They made their threes when they had them. Doug didn't shoot it great tonight, but he had really good looks, and as a coach, you're gonna want him shooting the ball. And then, they got some stuff in around the basket with Domas. But, for us, I just didn't think defensively there was enough force, for us to get stops and get out on the break and run.
Did your cold shooting affect your defense at all?
I don't know. I don't like making excuses like that. I mean, these guys have played long enough. Sometimes when you're not making shots, it can be frustrating. But we still needed to defend better. And I thought we let the ball kind of get to some different areas of the floor. And they played downhill. I thought they were more physical, in terms of they were playing with more force than we were. And at times we tried to do a better job of that, but I thought that was a big factor. So I don't think it was so much on the missed shoot shots.
When you say more force, is that kind of the intensity, energy stuff that we've been talking about for third quarters?
Yeah, well, I mean, just like you can tell, like, when you see it, maybe forces, but like momentum, or just there's this, you feel like, okay, the other team's, and you're not going to have the other team on their heels for 48 minutes, but you got to work to kind of gain that force where you kind of are playing with a force. Like I thought we did that at the end of the second quarter. We kind of came in with a little bit of momentum, I thought, but then they came out and made some shots, and so when I say force, it's just like gaining momentum, and the other team's backed up on their heels a little bit.
You won a coach's challenge. What were you seeing there, and what led
I really
to the
thought about what you talked about before, and that really helped me. No, I thought Nerlens' block before was good. I probably should have challenged that one. I thought this one was also kind of good, but I thought this one was closer than the first one. And you know what? It was a chance to save 2 points. We were obviously trying to dig out of a hole, and I figured get 2 points off the board. Maybe that helps, and we got the tip. But it just I thought both of New Orleans' blocks were good.